I shouldn't. I won't. But Lord, I'm tempted. Allow me the endeavor of warning you, gentle viewer, of a few things this review will contain. Thing 1, lots of rage. Thing 2, lots of cursing. Thing 3, lots of spoilers. If thing 1 and thing 2 are your kryptonite, no worries. I'll catch you next week. If thing 3 makes you leery, it's all good because I cannot reiterate this enough. This book is ouch. Fear not though, because my itty bitty detonated spoiler bombs won't hurt a bit. This $8 toilet paper is not going to be any worse for the read if you still opt to dive in. But before we bust out the hoo-has and what's-its, let's get the nitty-gritty out of the way first. Accidentally Dead. A paranormal romance about a chick who got accidentally dead. Yeah, thrilling stuff, right? Well, sadly, I am not even premise truncating for the sake of a punchline. Whoops, dead chick is this entire story in a painful anus spike of a phrase. God, I wish I was exaggerating. Our heroine Nina, the newbie dental hygienist, gets bit by Greg the vampire patient because reasons? The book never really does give a good explanation for why that went down. It prefers to keep things very vague and confusing. It's good like that. Thus, lo and behold, Nina goes all vampiric and shit. And that's it. 339 pages of this dung beetle's paradise. It's just Nina bitching about being a vamp. You see, spunky, spiky, and boring shit for brains Nina has got a tragic past, so she's, wait for it, sassy. It isn't just that this chick would not know character depth and nuance if they walked up and bit her on the ass. Oh no. We also get to spend almost the entire novel stuck in this glitch's but stupid point of view. And so we have arrived upon this book's biggest, baddest, bitch-worthy boo. That writing style. One that's chock full of obnoxious neologisms, forced internal and external quirky dialogue, and let's not forget my favorite oldie but goodie, the let's cram in long-ass walls of text with the character internally thinking about shit while providing absolutely no environment establishing descriptive detail at all. Ooh, yeah. Just what I love being jammed into my face. Boring musings which offer nothing of value, and fail ass first at providing any sort of entertainment whatsoever. Good point. The thing is, Nina is constantly rocking a bitch fest, and I poop you not, my friends. It gets irritating quick. You know, I would be far less butthurt if this thing were written in first person. And I will be buggered if I can understand why it wasn't, because it's all Nina, Nina, Nina. Like, who the F is Greg? I don't know. Just the hero that went choppy chomp on Nina, because that is literally almost all I know about the guy. Poor schmuck spends this whole shindig enduring Nina rants about him having turned her, and I know it makes no sense that I have so much empathy for his lot. I'm aware. After all, Greg is the dude that took our heroine's mortality, so I should be side-eyeing him a lot more. But I can't. Poor guy felt more like a cardboard character cutout, and you can't be mad at cardboard. Hero dude subsequently and supposedly felt a lot of guilt about going to Chowtown on Nina, but you would never know it because you hardly ever saw the dude. His guilt or him, but still I ain't mad. After all, everything else in this world remains a mystery, wrapped inside an enigma, wrapped inside a taco. So why not the hero too? Literally, the entire vampire mythos in this universe makes fudge all sense. Like, why do these vamps turn into dust bunnies on their 500th birthday if they're not married? Oh, you know, just cause. Why do garlic and crosses and holy water make these creatures say ouch? Why do these guys even exist? Why can vampires fly? Why does a romance novel constantly have its romance novel heroine make fun of romance novels? Oh, you know, just cause. Ah! Well, would you look at that? I put teeth marks on a vampire romance, something that the vampire romance novel couldn't even do. But you know, as much of a fart cloud as the world building is, it don't hold a mosquito's ass compared to the plot. Nina gets her creature of the night lessons from, and I am not shitting you here, Wikipedia and Vampires for Dummies. God, I wish I was making that up. What's more is that those reliable sources spoon-fed her the 411 that if she finds the vamp who made the vamp that turned her into a vamp, then whammo, she gets her old expiration date body back. Nina wants to find this Lisanne chick. Greg don't want to help out in the search, and we, the reader, are never, not ever given the slightest clue that he's faking until... whoops! It's the 11th hour, we've got balls all zero conflict, and we're in desperate need of a climax. So yeah, Greg was totally searching for Miss Antagonist all along on the down low. Of course he was. This may sound like me picking gnat crap out of pepper until you realize that my butt done sat through chapter after chapter after chapter of Nina bitching and Greg shrugging. And all of that suffering was for naught because, and I quote, "I didn't want to get your hopes up." No lie, guys. That right there on page 262 is when my rage face went to DEFCON 1. We could have had a grand old time seeing those two peeps go on a search quest for Miss Bad Guy. We could have had an actual, what are those words I'm looking for? Oh yeah, plot, romance. But a plot? A romance in a romance novel? Why, that's much too cliched. It's far more fun watching Nina just bitch. I swear to french fries, guys, Accidentally Dead had a sin list so long even Satan would sigh. The writing style was painfully obnoxious. The female lead was the personification of chalkboard plus nails. The writer put in zero effort to craft a plot. There were walls and walls of aimless point of view musings with no scene establishment whatsoever. There was copious fake sounding dialogue all over the place like a daisy field of stupid. The male lead lacked any depth or personality. The world building was pathetic. The universe rules made no sense, or the author just didn't even bother to give an explanation. The antagonist was a last minute joke. The romance was an aneurysm, and oh my god, I could keep going. But I won't because I've got a life to get back to. The fact that I even finished this godforsaken brain bleach means I deserve a cookie. Okay, so maybe I skimmed the last 50 pages, but whatever, I want my cookie. I deserve my cookie. I don't have a cookie. Life is terrible. There was a lot that pissed me off in this book, but the fact that Dakota Cassidy had her female lead constantly bash romance meant one of two things. Either the author is defensive because she's embarrassed about writing in this genre, or she's trying to say that her books are better than other romance novels. That may not have been her intent, but lord, that's exactly the takeaway I got from it. You all could read this and like get a completely different reading experience than I can. We've all got our own tastes and preferences, but my experience with this was, oh, it was bad. And I have a pretty high tolerance for bad. You don't have to be a 5-star book to get me to Fangirl. It's possible that this could have been one of her early publications. Okay, 2008. Maybe one day I'll try her again, but I doubt it. What was the last book that got you to like just punch all of the walls? If you read this and your takeaway was book rage like to DEFCON 1, also let me know because I can't be the only one that gets overly emotionally invested in my anger. We need to talk about our feelings. And oddly now I have to poop. It'd be a really great one-line review. Accidentally Dead by Dakota Cassidy made me so mad I had to go poo-poo. Oh my god, I'm weird.